Nice and bright. Okay. There we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to have a great class this morning. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Szostek. I'm a certified health coach, personal trainer, and fitness instructor here at our beautiful Hoag Health Center in Foothill Ranch, California, with our lifestyle program. So again, thank you for joining me this morning. Today, we are working on improving our mobility and flexibility. So what is mobility? Of course, that is to be more mobile, but what exactly does that mean? Gotta fix my map, fix the map. Okay, what does that mean? Well, that means what is the range of motion with your joints in your body, right? So is your range of motion very limited? Are your muscles tight? And if so, that is not allowing for a good amount of range of motion. Are you quite flexible and able to do a lot of motions with your joints? Okay, well, fantastic. You can always work on a little bit more improvement, right? That's always a nice thing. But if you are someone who has very tight muscles, your joints are very tight, you don't have a good range of motion, this is something that just takes time and practice, and you have to train that motion, I would say almost every day, at least, right? So maybe it's a few different joints on one day, and then it's maybe something else on another day, but always take some time to work on that. It's so important, and it will improve your daily life functions so much better. So everyday tasks, putting things away, reaching up, having to bend down to pull out the laundry out of the dryer, or just different everyday tasks, you'll feel that these things become much easier if your range of motion is much larger, okay? In addition, this can help with your performance, with your fitness. So if you are doing tennis or walking even, if you are swimming, whatever your activity is, you'll feel that you have more energy, you're able to do more at one time and not feel tired or sore so much, right? So that's always a good thing too. So lots of great benefits for improving your mobility. So today's class, we are going to be using the mat quite a bit. Some of these exercises today might be a little more challenging for some people. So I do have the chair available here so I can show you some alternatives. It might be a little bit challenging for me to go up and down, but I'll try my best to show you those alternatives. When it comes down to just, trying a certain exercise, just do what feels best for you. If you feel that something might be a little bit too much or too challenging or kind of out of your scope for right now, that's fine. Just work on a little bit at a time, and I promise, if we just keep consistent, it will get better, okay? So I do have a nice, comfortable padded mat. If you have a mat, great. You can pause me right now and get yourself set up if you haven't already. You can do some of these exercises just laying on your bed. That's a nice soft, kind of supportive, not so soft maybe, I don't know, place to do these exercises. In addition, I have a little bit of equipment here. I have a couple of yoga blocks and also my yoga strap. And sometimes I'm not really sure if I'm going to get to it or not, but I like to have my equipment ready just in case, right? That's always a good thing. So the yoga strap, it's really nice, has a little buckle on the end. If you see them somewhere like Walmart or Target or something, I would suggest just getting one. They're really inexpensive and they're super great to use. If you don't have one, you can always use a belt from a robe or a dress or a leather belt that you tie around your waist. Of course, where else you can put that. Anyways, so that's always good too, okay? All right, so we are going to start with a warm up here for just a few minutes. And then today's class, we're gonna go through a series of different integrated stretch, flexibility with mobility, kind of like the two go hand in hand, right? We're holding a stretch as we're working through range of motion. I just wanna also mention that when you are trying to work on range of motion, please do so progressively. So if your shoulder's really tight and you're trying to do a big shoulder circle and you're not quite ready for that, nor are the muscles of the shoulder or that joint, okay, you want to make it small. Make everything much smaller. And as you feel, you're working into that, we're working into larger range of motion, okay? So do be cautious of your limitations. Don't overexert and don't try to force a stretch or a motion. Don't ever try to force something. Work into it progressively. When you feel that you can stretch out a little bit more, then just keep that motion until you feel like you can make something bigger. All right, so just taking your time with it. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, so let me just check to see who I have with me today. Anybody here new? Also, if you'd like to share the video, you can just click share and send it off to your friends. It's so great to see how much we've grown and how many of you are coming on board with these classes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to take it down to the mat and just do a gentle warm up, and then we're going to work right into our stretch mobility exercises, okay? So come on down, and actually, if you'd like to take your shoes off, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take our shoes off today. Oh boy, okay. So let's take them off. I feel like Mr. Rogers right now, okay? Shoes off. It's a little chilly in here right now, so as soon as I get warmed up, I'll take my jacket off too, okay? So there we go. All right, so let's warm up. We're going to come on down to your back, pulling the knees into the chest, and then slowly tapping the toes to the floor. Pulling the knees in and slowly rolling down. Now, what we want to try to do here is keep the back connected to your mat, okay? So gentle pull in and lower slow. If your back is arching off the mat, then you're going too low. Maybe make it really little right here, okay? So as you work into that core strength, okay? Easy does it. And now we're going to hold the knees in right here. Let's go ahead and hold the knees in. And we're just going to do a little gentle hip rock, lower back massage from side to side. Okay, just a little bit of warming up that lower back. A gentle massage is always nice. All right, so hold the knees center. Take your arms out to the sides. We're going to drop both knees just over a little bit more. Don't go all the way down until you're really ready. So I'm not dropping my knees all the way quite yet. So I just kind of warm up the stretch in my hips, side to side. And breathe it out. And again. Good. And one more over to your right. And hold it center. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back in. From here, we're going to do one leg extension. So you're going to hold your knees in. Let's hold the right knee only now as the left leg shoots out. And feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. And then we'll switch. Okay. Again, keeping your back against your mat and switch. So even though this is still a warm-up, right, we are getting that hip to activate and switch and start to really feel a little more work in those hips. Good. And let's go ahead and pull both knees in and slowly lowering the legs one at a time. From here, let's warm up the upper body. So I'll try to keep this down a little bit now. Give me a second, okay? Let's take this out, all right? So you can see my shoulders, okay? That's why I want to show you. Okay, so coming on down. From here now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms overhead, stretch the shoulders, and then bring them right back, okay? Just a gentle flexion and extension here of the shoulders and back. Again, we're warming up, okay? We're just warming up. Breathing, inhale, exhale. Now, if you feel you can straighten out your arms a little bit more, let's try to do that. A little bit more straight with the arms and come back. We'll try 3 more like that. Getting those shoulder joints really warm. So important if you do any type of exercises like pickleball or tennis or swimming. You know, people usually just go right into the sport without really warming up the shoulders. Please try to take some time to warm up the shoulders. Okay, now lengthening even more now, if possible. If not possible, just keep your arms slightly bent. Okay, and we'll go 2 more. Long arms reaching and back. And bring it back. From here, your arms are going to cross in front of your body and open out, coming around for a big arm circle here. Cross and open. Hit my chair, so I'll move over a little bit. Yeah, I want to make sure you have enough space to work on the long extension of the arms. Long extension. And now hold it forward, and we're going to go in reverse now, coming up, around, and forwards. Move over a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Down and open out. Okay. And really reaching your arms. Let's go. Try to get that full extension if possible. Good. We'll go 2 more times. Big circle, keeping your back flat against your mat. And coming right back down, arms by your sides. Go ahead and bring your feet back close together and dropping both knees down now. A little bit closer down to the mat. Hold and stretch. Let's pick them up and go to the other side. Okay, it's not so much a real deep stretch. We're just activating those hip joints. Good. And bring it on back. Okay, let's go ahead and roll ourselves up. So we'll just push yourself up. And we're going to come over to the side now. All right, everybody, good job. So let's work into our first exercise. What you're going to do is kneeling. Now, if you need a little extra cushion for your knees, you can always put a little folded towel under your knees or a little pillow if you have. We're going to take one leg out to the side. So this is my left leg, but if you're watching me straight on, it'll be your right leg. So I'm going to mirror you, okay? Your right leg. So your hips are nice and even. We're going to sit back, hinge back, and as you hinge back, reach your arms out and just kind of figure out where you're feeling things. So we want to feel adductor stretch, maybe a little bit in your hip here, left hip. Arms are reaching, and now we're going to come up, and your left arm is going to reach to the side, reaching over. Again, where is that range of motion for you? Let's do this again, sitting back. Reach out, drop the chest, and lift up. So we're trying to keep that outside leg nice and straight. Okay? Yes, that is a little bit of a challenge. And sitting back, reaching out, coming up, abs are pulling in tight. Nice big stretch to the side. Ooh, okay. Now work on trying to make moves a little bit bigger, longer, every time you do it, okay? So we're not just kind of doing the same limitation or the same place. We're always aiming to get a little bit more and lift and side stretch. And we'll do one more. Okay, here's your chance now. Sitting back, extending the arms straight out. Coming up and side stretch. Good. Now, from here, you're going to turn your foot side to the side. We're going to lunge to the side, hold that, and come back and straighten, and then bringing your chest down. And we're just going to add that up. And here we go, lunge to the side. Did I do the reach? We'll do a reach there, and then we'll come down and reach forward. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Lunge and reach. This one, you know, of course, it's a little bit tough to do sitting in a chair, right? So maybe you choose one thing at a time. Maybe we're just going to hold this position. Okay, you can also do this position standing in a side lunge and sitting back. Let's try 2 more. Side lunge stretch, side reach, and sitting back. And last one, here's your forward lunge, here's your side stretch. Really trying to get bigger there, bringing your chest down and rising up. Let's go ahead and switch the legs now, okay? Everybody good? That was very nice. Okay, so here we go. You have your left leg extended long, you're on your right knee. You're gonna hinge back with those hips. You feel the stretch in your inner thighs. We're gonna reach out, kind of keeping it a little bit small here, just warming up into this movement pattern. And sitting back, nice and gentle. Exhale. Good. And again, sitting back, reach out. And over. Good job. Keep that going. Sitting back. Are you feeling that stretch there? A little bit bigger now, right? Good job. And reach out. And we'll do one more time. So here we go. And reaching back, or reaching forward, I should say. Hips reaching back. And coming up. And leaning over. Good job. All right. Now, with that foot, you're going to turn it to the side. We're going to work into your lunge right here. So you feel a nice stretch. Again, inner thigh, keeping the abs tight. Here's a side reach. And then we're going to rock back into a single hamstring stretch. And again, lunge forward. Reach over. It's so nice to work in this type of format. You're really feeling the work, right? So try to get in touch with what you're feeling. Be mindful of your movement, okay? So many times we're going through things just to do them. And that feeling right there into the stretch, you can really feel the hips starting to open up. Feels really great. This all through your lats here. And sitting back. Let's try 3 more. I think we're about there. Lunge, reach, come back. A little bit more, everybody. Here we go. So deep. Reach it over. Good. And last one, here we go. Okay, coming down for that hamstring stretch. And release, okay. Now this next exercise, we're gonna need a strap, okay? So again, a belt to a robe or a dress or your leather belt or your pants or whatnot will suffice, that would be great. We're gonna do hip circles, okay? And we're gonna support the leg with the band or the strap. So let me demonstrate. I'm gonna take my strap under my right foot. Lock it in here. All right, so we're working on rotation, mobility of your hip, which is really important. So I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm gonna start progressively and then work into bigger circles. So we'll use 5 repetitions throughout. Now, leg is slightly bent. I'm holding onto my leg so my leg can completely relax. I'm controlling it with my band. And we're gonna drop the knee to the side and bring it back. So imagine you're drawing a little circle with your knee. Okay, so there's 2. I'm pulling my leg back up. 3. Okay. 4. Keeping your lower back stable. 5. Now we're going to go reverse direction. We're going to go down to the side and pull up. 1. So using the band is really fantastic because you can really, relax that hip as much as possible
If you didn't have it, then you are not relaxing the hip very much because you have to activate more. Okay, I think this is 5. And hold. We're just going to gently pull the leg across your body to get a little bit more stretch. And bring it on back. So now I'm going to open this up a little bit bigger. And if you're not quite ready for that, keep the leg bent just like we just did. So I'm going to take the leg up now for a stretch, keeping the leg as straight as possible. Abs are tight and controlled. I'm going to let the leg fall to the side. And now I'm going to draw a nice big circle with my foot. And up. To the side, around, and up, okay? Again, this takes some practice, and the more we can practice this, the better range of motion and mobility, okay? Up and around. Relax the hip, and let's hold it now up. Here we go in the opposite direction now, taking it down and around, and down and around. Just breathe it out. 3, 4, and 5. Good, and hold it there. So we did 5 small circles forward and back, and then we did 5 large circles forward and back. We're going to stretch out the hip now. You're going to take that foot on top of your left knee. Now this stretch you can do sitting in the chair if you want to. You're just sitting in the chair. You do the same exact thing here. And you're going to pull that opposite foot off the floor. If you're sitting in the chair, you're just leaning forward so you can really get that hip stretch here. Okay? So we're going to hold it here. Deep breaths. And now I'm going to just gently pull towards the opposite direction. So it's my right knee and I'm pulling towards the left. So now I'm feeling even more of a stretch. I'm going to bring it on back. We're going to do this 5 times. Here's 4. Oh, feel that stretch. And back. Exhale, 3. Okay. This one is especially great if you have sciatica issues, like me, okay? I do this all the time. It helps so much. Even the stretching and the circles that we did helps tremendously, okay? Good job. Hold it here. Let's take the opposite leg up. And holding that nice number 4 stretch. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And slowly coming down, we'll release the band. Okay, so I'm going to switch to the other side. You can stay right where you are if you'd like to. Okay, and this way you can see better with this leg. Okay, all right. Was that great? That felt so good. Yes. Okay, everybody, coming on down. So we're going to do our knee circles. Okay, working on that hip mobility. Nice inhale, and we drop the knee to the side and bring it back forward. So really picturing the circle that you're drawing with your knee. Up and around. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Okay, and now we reverse it, going down and around, and down and around. 5. Hip rotation, very important. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Ideally, if you can work up to 10, that would be fantastic. Of course, in the short class, we don't have time for that. So go ahead and take your legs straight up if you can, or wherever that is. Even if it's further out, that's fine. Okay? Here we go, and take the leg down to the side, let it go, and bring it back up. Now I'm drawing a circle with my foot, down and around. See how the band or the strap really can assist and help the leg relax as you're going through this motion. Ooh, okay. And hold it there. Let's go in the opposite direction, and it goes down and around. Roll 1, 2, 3. Really trying to get a nice long straight leg. That's the name of the game. Potential to have a nice long straight leg. That's what we want to aim for. Good. And hold it there. All right, let's go ahead and take that leg on top of your right thigh. Okay. And just kind of getting a little stretch there for a moment. Here we go, pulling up that right foot off the floor. Okay. I like to keep the strap on there so I can help pull. If you don't have the strap, you can also just pull on your legs a little bit if you want. Oh boy, I really feel that. Tight hip. Oh, anybody else? Tight hips? Feel it. All right, so gentle pull over. Okay, so my hips are going to the right. And this is my left leg. Hold that stretch. Nice. So you want to get that stretch incorporated with this activity that you're doing, a movement pattern. Here we go, straightening out that top leg if possible. Okay, really feeling that. Hold it. Relax your shoulders. We're doing this. Oh, this is tight, right? Try to just relax. Good. Nice job. Little massage will go back and forth there. Woo. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that knee in. We're going to remove the strap. I'm going to pull one knee in to roll myself up. There we go. All right. Next up, we're going to use the blocks. And I'll demonstrate this exercise if you don't have blocks. It really helps a lot to use something that allows the floor to be a little bit higher for your upper body. We're going to do a reach under, okay, to kind of work on the mobility of the shoulders. So again, let's roll the shoulders back to warm them up a little bit. So shoulder rolls going back. And 3, 4, and 5. And reverse it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and clasp your hands here and get a nice little stretch for that upper body. Pull the arms back behind you and open up the chest. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate this exercise first so you know what's going on. All right, so elbows are going to be on top of the blocks right here. So we're in a tabletop position. You're going to take your left arm underneath your right, and we're going to sit back and drop that shoulder down towards the floor. Now, your arm that's supported on the block has to kind of straighten out there a little bit too, okay? So we're going to come through. We're going to hold that stretch. You want to drop your arm close to the mat as possible, dropping your hips back. And then we're going to come through and pike up into cat dog. So we're going to round out and then flatten out, and then we'll do the other side, okay? Ooh, the hair, okay. Here we go. Elbows down on your blocks in tabletop position. Abs are pulling in tight. Nice deep breath, inhale. Take your left arm out to the right. Exhale as you're sitting back, straightening out your right arm, straightening out your left arm. If you have to pull your block back a little bit, that's fine. So now you're feeling the stretch in the supporting arm that's on top here. And then also the back of the left shoulder, getting that stretch there too. And holding. Deep breath, sitting back. 3, 2, and 1. Coming forward, hands on the blocks. And we have cat dog. So you pull your hips forward, really round out your back. And then pull the chest forward. Okay, and here we go now, other side. So your right arm is going to go underneath your left. Drop the shoulder down towards your mat. Hips are back. And we're going to straightening out both arms. In 3, 2, 1. Bring it on back. And we go into that spinal work. So your cat dog, tuck your hips under, round out that upper back, spread it out, and then arch through. Lift up, and we sit back again. Left arm going under, straighten out both arms, sitting back. Drop the head down, coming all the way down, arms straight. Ooh. That stretch feels so nice behind the shoulders. And coming through. So this is what I'm gonna do. After I'm done here, I'm gonna show you some of these modifications for these exercises, because it's kind of hard to go back and forth between the floor and the chair. All right, so stay with me and I'll show you some modifications of these exercises. So holding this stretch right here, dropping the hips back, keep the arms long and straight. Good, and bring it back, and let's arch. Good, and flatten out. And done, okay. We've got one more, so we'll try the runner's lunge, okay, the deep lunge or spiral lunge. You're gonna pull one leg forward. Now this one's gonna get a little bit challenging. If you're not quite ready for this one yet, you can just hold on a second and we will do some modifications maybe next time, all right? But here I'm gonna turn my blocks upwards. I'm gonna shift my hips forward. So we work on this nice stretch in the hamstrings, really opening up. Lift the chest up. And here also in the opposite leg, in the back leg, you should be feeling a nice hip flexor stretch. Okay. So holding that there. Big inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and flatten out the blocks and come down a little deeper if possible, elbows to the blocks. Oh, we're gonna that hip flexibility. Ooh. Here the tricky part is coming. So we started with the lunge, then we got into this deep, low lunge, and now I'm gonna move my right block in front because the front leg is gonna work. Front leg is gonna work. You're gonna lift up, okay? And we're gonna take this leg back and forward. Ooh, back and forward. How are we gonna do that? So watch out, we're gonna lift the foot up. So you gotta sit back a little bit. Up and forward. Lunge. And back and forward. Oh boy. Are we able to do that? If not, we can make it small, okay? Whatever you need to do there, we're making it small. Maybe you push to the side and bring it forward. Let's try 3 more. 3, 2. That's mobility there. Rotation, flexion, extension. Oh, and bring it back and rest. Okay, I tricked you on that one. That was a tough one. Let's try the other side. Pulling in your left leg. Okay, I'm gonna turn my blocks upright. That nice stretch here. So again, you're feeling that hip flexor stretching. The glutes of your left leg, the leg in front. Feeling that stretch. Woo. Good job. Okay, we're gonna take it down a little bit lower now if we can. Elbows coming down to the floor or to your blocks. And we're just gonna hold in that nice deep lunge here, stretch right through those hips. And again, if you're not quite ready to get your hands this low or your elbows this low, you can still stay up on your blocks. Okay, whatever feels good to you. And there we go. So here comes the work. So we're gonna come on up. You can just maneuver those blocks wherever you need to. We're
We're gonna take the leg to the back and then bring it forward for the lunge, okay? So it comes up and back and forward lunge. So I'm pushing a little bit of pressure into my block. Sorry about that. Let's go again. 3. Okay, to kind of help with this. 4. And to be completely honest, this leg is struggling a little bit to keep straight. It's okay. We'll get ya. Let's try 2 more. Maybe you have a side that needs a little more work. So we just do a few more reps. Okay? And go ahead and hold it forward. And from here, we're gonna come into a standing straddle stretch. So watch out, I'm gonna move my blocks to the center. I'm gonna pick up my back leg, and here I am in my straddle stretch, okay? So trying to get the arms down towards your blocks. If you're not quite there yet, you can have your hands on your thighs, okay? So wherever you are, you're gonna take your left arm, sweep it up, and bring it all the way vertical here. Open up the chest. Trying to lengthen out the arm now, really reaching straight. And 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Let's try the other side. And sweep up that right arm. And the blocks really help quite a bit with this, providing a little more support. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that down. Pull your feet a little bit closer together and turn out your toes. Drop your hips down and lengthen up nice and straight. 2 more like that. Drop the hips down low and pull up straight. And 1 more time, nice and low. Drop those hips and up and hold it here. 1 more time for that left arm coming up. Open up the chest. Nice long extensions. Sorry, I have to get my hair out of the way. Nice long extensions. Everything straight and long. 3, 2, and 1, and transition. And other side now. Big reach. I'm looking outside, and it looks so beautiful outside right now. The palm trees, we have lots of palm trees. Everything looks so green. Bend the legs and slowly rolling up. Big white puffy clouds. It looks like Florida out there right now. Nice big inhale and exhale. So pretty. And again, inhale. And exhale 1 more time. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you a couple things on the chair. And exhale. Maybe you were watching this class and just thinking, okay, that's not possible. That's not possible. You know, and that happens sometimes. So I just want to show you some of these mobility exercises with the chair. Because yes, it was difficult for me to think about going back and forth. Okay, so for the hips, I did this exercise on the floor, right? We did that number 4, is what I like to call it. So you take one leg up, you probably know how to do this, right? And you're just gonna lean forward, you know that one. Okay, so we have that great stretch there that you can do. If you're not quite ready to get that far into that stretch, it's just progression, it just takes time. So maybe we're starting here. And we're holding for about 20 seconds. And then we relax and you try it again. The next exercise is you're gonna just pull that knee across your body here. So a little gentle stretch through the hip. Okay. Instead of bringing the leg straight up, remember we rocked over a little bit. So this is kind of that modification that you're just rocking to the side a little bit here. And then of course you want the other side. So you have this one. And you're stretching. The more often you can do these kinds of stretches, the more relaxed you get those muscles, okay? And the better range of motion, of course. Okay, coming up, and we're just gonna pull that leg across. Go. And then with the leg circles, which you can do, is sitting at the edge of your chair. You can still do this exercise, and you're just rotating around. Such a great exercise for some of us that might be, up there in age and have limited mobility. This is a really great way to start working on it without having to worry about too big of a movement that's too challenging. Okay, and then of course, opposite direction. And we'll just start with that, okay? And rest, and we'll get the other side around. Okay. And reverse. Good. And hold it there, coming on down. So the shoulder stretches, all you can do here is take one arm across your chest and just gently pull. So you are getting a little bit of tricep, but mostly right behind the shoulder here as you just gently pull. And this is that going under the arm, that stretch that we just did a little bit ago. So this is your modification on the chair. And then you can just kind of maybe stretch into it a little bit more, or if you want to take it overhead, you can do that too. Open up, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, so those are some great ways to start with your mobility. For the leg circles that we did, I just showed you that, knee circle that looks just the same. You can also try keeping the leg straight and working through your nice long extension there with your leg circles, okay? All right, everybody, so great job today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Please do give us a thumbs up. We'd really love to see that. I love to see that too, and knowing that you appreciated the class. That means a lot. So again, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you on Friday at 9 a.m. for our strength and stretch. Of course, we're continuing with the stretch all through the rest of the year. That'll be great. All right, have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.